He's the number one person in rap music?
Well, Kendrick just put his album out.
Kendrick is the number one person in rap music.
In rap?
He's doing the Super Bowl
right now.
He has the number one
Drake is doing the World Cup.
The 2026 World Cup is already making history. The official FIFA World Cup Instagram account announced in a post May 14th that Madonna, Shakira, and BTS will be performing at the final game at MetLife Stadium in New Jersey July 19th, marking the first time the World Cup has ever had a halftime show.
Drake is doing the World Cup.
Nah, that ain't it, y'all.
Listen, man.
All right, we talking about Drake again.
Fucking again?
Oh my God. Yes, we are talking about Drake and a little bit of FIFA, right? So, Drake fans, strap in, get some tissue, and get those comment fingers ready.
That's mine.
Because this is going to be an open and safe space for you to shed your tears in the comment section if you choosing to cry over a reaction channel reacting. I don't know what to tell you. Cry harder. Oh my God. But I know a lot of y'all are excited and y'all got y'all outfits ready for when the album drops so y'all can listen to it in y'all best outfit.
Oh my God.
That's cool. I'm happy for y'all. But what I'm here to talk about is the FIFA aspect of this, right? Because FIFA has announced who will be performing at their halftime show. And there's one person who's not there. Drake. How did that happen?
The 2026 World Cup is already making history. The official FIFA World Cup Instagram account announced in a post May 14th that Madonna, Shakira, and BTS will be performing at the final game at MetLife Stadium in New Jersey July 19th, marking the first time the World Cup has ever had a halftime show. Coldplay frontman Chris Martin is curating the show and also shared the news in an adorable Instagram video featuring BTS on FaceTime along with the help of Sesame Street's Elmo and the Muppets.
And I'ma watch Shakira.
I mean, we can dream Shakira.
Shakira, I'm sure she's just way too busy.
Shakira's in and she's bringing cookies.
Wow.
Cookies. Shakira. Cookies.
Earlier this month, Katy Perry, J Balvin, Future, Michael Bublé, Tyla, and Lisa
Yeah, they even got Future on that motherfucker. Golly. Crazy.
were all announced to be among those performing at the 3 opening ceremonies of the soccer tournament.
So, y'all remember when Kendrick was doing the Super Bowl, right? And everyone was like, oh, that's not a big deal because Drake is gonna do the FIFA halftime show. I mean, actually, I remember it was one specific person, one of the top generals in the Glaze unit.
He's the number one person in rap music?
Well, Kendrick just put his album out.
Kendrick is the number one person in rap music.
In rap?
He's doing the Super Bowl
right now.
He has the number one
Drake is doing the World Cup.
No. That's not the same.
It's not the same, right? You know how many people watch the World Cup? How many people watch the World Cup?
Hey,
I think they tallied like 1.6 billion last time.
Yeah, that budget different.
Crazy how time just came and just said, yeet, hell nah, nigga, what World Cup?
Super Bowl is 123 million
No,
versus 1.6 billion viewers. It's just different is all I'm saying. It's just, what are we talking? That's what I'm saying. What perception, what lens are we looking at this through? If I'm hosting the World Cup is in my country.
But the World Cup thing, it's playing with semantics, right? Because they this is the first time that they're having a performer. The Super Bowl is standard. That's the standard.
Drake has turned down the Super Bowl.
Thank you. Tell him.
Y'all remember around this time, that was kind of like what they were trying to do. They was like, Kendrick performed the Super Bowl, but hey, he turned it down. And he about to get the World Cup.
It's like a bundle package.
That's not how it happened, man. Hey, look, man. If this isn't one thing we love to see is watching somebody allow time to fuck them up. And time has literally done that, bro, because all these guys spent all that time creating excuses, creating narratives, trying to counteract everything Kendrick was doing. And it's funny how time always plays out and they end up looking crazy. And it's not like he said Drake could do the World Cup. This said Drake is doing the World Cup.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
But when you get on a platform and say it like it's already confirmed, now you're putting your credibility on the line. And the problem is with a lot of these internet insider dudes, right? They don't really be reporting. They be wishing out loud. They be literally talking like they got a source when really they just got a feeling in a group chat. And I mean, damn, relying for this, man, really goes as far as it has to. And I think this further goes to say that a lot of these guys who act like they have some insider source information are full of it. And I say that because, as we know, Maul actually has a relationship with Drake, right? I don't know to what capacity. I don't know if they best friends. I don't know if they text every day. I don't know if Drake sends him an owl with a letter attached to it. I don't know what their relationship is.
That's mine.
And personally, I think Maul basically just went out on a limb here to try to say something that he thought was definite, and he probably based it on the same thing that we were seeing. Because we saw FIFA president on a news segment where the idea was brought up to him about having Drake do the halftime show, right? And he literally sat there and said, I should think about it. That's it. That was the whole thing. He didn't say Drake is booked. He didn't say we already got Drake. He didn't say none of that shit. He said he would think about it. I mean, these two were literally talking about taking advantage of the moment. One person had the Super Bowl, and somehow that turned into, well, Drake is doing the World Cup. How? And yeah, look, in theory, I get why it would generate buzz. I understand the logic. Kendrick gets the Super Bowl. Drake gets the World Cup. That's a conversation. That's a headline. That's a week of think pieces and Twitter spaces. And I get it, man. We all would have been on here talking about that shit. But I think what Maul did is he took that information and assumed that Drake had to be doing the World Cup. But he couldn't say Drake could potentially do it. He had to go out there and say that he's gonna get it to help his story and what it was gonna be at that time. Because at that time, Kendrick doing the Super Bowl had them boys sick. They were trying to downplay it. They were trying to act like it didn't matter. They were trying to act like the Super Bowl wasn't the Super Bowl no more. Like all of a sudden, because Kendrick was on the stage, the Super Bowl became like a local talent show at a fucking middle school or some shit. So they needed a counter. They needed something to hold on to. And FIFA became that thing. Yeah, Kendrick got the Super Bowl, but Drake got the World Cup. The World Cup is bigger. That was the story. Now, here's where I get objective, right? And I keep it a stack with y'all, because I know they be saying that I don't do that on this channel, but whatever. I don't really care. One thing we know is that FIFA don't really got the best reputation right now, because with all the things going on politically, FIFA president is the same guy who awarded Trump this FIFA Peace Prize. The thing that they made up, which, let's be honest, man, looked like some world-class ass-kissing, bruh, because Trump wanted and cried for the Nobel Peace Prize so bad, they basically decided to make something up and give him something.
This is your Peace Prize. There is also a beautiful medal for you that you can wear everywhere you want to go.
I'm gonna wear it right now.
Okay, let me hold. Fantastic. Excellent. And you will receive also, of course, a certificate which reads out, and I would read it out with your permission, what are the reasons for you receiving this FIFA Peace Prize, Football Unites the World. A distinguished individual who exemplifies an unwavering commitment to advancing peace and unity throughout the world through their notable leadership, recognition of his exceptional and extraordinary actions to promote peace and unity around the world. This is the certificate. It's yours.
A participation trophy. Here you go, big fella. You ain't get the Nobel Peace, but we got you with the FIFA Peace Prize. Go stand over there and smile right quick. Yeah, that's what they did. There's been a lot of ass kissing, man. And with all the stuff happening, all the controversy, there's been a lot of questions.
Trump continues to get hit with bad news ahead of this summer's World Cup, which human rights organizations have warned will be a, quote, bonanza of sports washing, which we'll go on to describe what exactly that means. They claim that the Trump administration is using the sport as a political tool to basically cover up abuse, with supporter groups warning that they have, quote, absolutely no clue what will happen to fans if they, I don't know, do stupid stuff in the US during the tournament. The Sports and Rights Alliance, which includes Human Rights Watch and Amnesty International, has called for more to be done to ensure the protection of individual rights at the World Cup, especially in regards to the United States.
A lot of that is tied to the fact that, you know, people were saying at the events they were going to have ICE, they were going to have immigration, you know, patrolling the shit. And that in turn made a lot of people uncomfortable. And when you add all the other stuff that's going on in America right now, the World Cup being here and having this person in office right now and everything that's happening, that's one of the issues that's actually surrounding this.
World Cup fans are picking games in Mexico and Canada over the United States.
It could be very possible that he wanted Drake to go there. It could be very possible that he genuinely thought about inviting Drake as a halftime performer. But if he did consider Drake, it could also be very possible that they didn't want the drama. If you think about it, Drake has been in the middle of the biggest battle he's ever fought in his life. He literally lost that battle. He is actively suing right now. And if we're keeping it honest, man, Drake, I'm not sure, provides the same impact internationally. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is, this is not just another Lil rap beef that came and went. This is one of those moments that changed the way people look at him. And now he's trying to make a comeback. He's trying to show people that he's still alive. He's trying to show people that he can still control the conversation, right? And honestly, to come back and tie yourself to FIFA right now in this halftime situation, even if the platform is massive, I don't know if that's a risk you want to take right now. I'm just saying. I'm not saying that a World Cup halftime show isn't a mega show. It absolutely is. It's global. And this being the first one, that would be something to be a part of, right? It's probably one of the biggest stages you could be on right now due to the people that watch. But I'm saying that he might not want to take the risk. Because with Drake right now, everything is getting compared to Kendrick. Everything. I mean, like, if he performs, people are comparing it to the Super Bowl. If he drops an album, people are comparing it to GNX.
Damn.
If this nigga breathe too loud in the booth, somebody gonna say Kendrick used that oxygen better. That's just where we are right now. So I could understand why maybe Drake wouldn't want that pressure, but everything I'm seeing right now is just showing that this fool just wasn't invited, bro. And that's what makes this funny, man. And I do think that it's kind of funny to see Maul's story just collapse in real time. But this is what happens when you talk too confidently about something that was never confirmed. This is what happens when you let the fan war make you start creating your own fucking prophecies. You start speaking things into existence. Fucking Pastor Maul. Pastor Maul on the damn pulpit. Drake shall rise on the FIFA stage. Fuck out of here, man. No, brother, he shall not. And you know what? At the end of the day, man, I feel like people who love Drake would have loved to see him performing at this halftime show. And the only reason they would have been happy about the halftime show is because they know Kendrick Lamar did the Super Bowl. Let's keep it real, man. That's what's so exhausting about these Drake fans. These Drake fans only like things that can be comparable to Kendrick Lamar. They like things that they can use to say Drake did it better. Because all they would have been saying at that point is, oh, he did a bigger show. This is how much bigger this show is than that show. FIFA has more views. The World Cup is global. Nobody would give a damn about the actual performance, just like a lot of these people don't give a shit about the album. They just want Drake to release an album so that they can make comparisons. And there are some Drake fans that really care about it. There are some people who are really about hip-hop and really want to enjoy that album. I'm not talking about y'all. But there's some people out there, they don't give a shit. They want Drake to release this album so they can hear what he's gonna say. They don't want the music. They want ammunition and they want captions. That's all it is. Shit got nothing to do with no damn art. They want them bars so they can put that shit on Twitter. They want something that they can run to the comments with. And it would be cool if a lot of these fans were honest with themselves and admitted that, but I don't think that's gonna happen, bro. They won't do that. Because if we being real, a lot of them don't even care if the album is good. They just care if it gives them something to argue with. That's why anytime Drake breathes near a microphone, the conversation immediately becomes, oh shit, Kendrick, what about the K-Bots? What are they doing? What are they saying about it? It's always going to be that argument. They going to be out there saying, Kendrick fans nervous. Drake about to respond. Drake got something coming. Like, bro, at what point do y'all just want him to make a good project? At what point do y'all stop treating every Drake release like it's a court filing in a Kendrick case? Nobody wants to hear how you feel about a battle that's 2 years old, dog. That shit happened. It went. You got destroyed. It's over. How about providing some introspective lyrics for people to understand where your head is at? How about making people feel like something beyond like fucking bitterness, dog? How about showing growth? How about giving the fans something real? That could be very well what's on the album because there is a story there. There is stuff to talk about there, but based off of the leak that we heard, we see that Drake is up to the same old shit so far. The same complaints, same subliminals, the same why y'all do me like this.
You're a victim.
And if you're a Drake fan out there and you looking forward to this project, all I'm telling you is to demand more. Expect more. You deserve more. Y'all been putting in a lot of work. I see y'all out there, man. Y'all be defending this man through every comment section, man. Defending this man, fighting everybody.
That's mine.
Through every damn record. Y'all boys been in the trenches, dog.
You're killing me, man!
This is not about music.
A life in the comment section for almost 2 years. So I hope that y'all hear and understand how sincere I am with that. And if this hurt your feelings, if you already got your comment typed up with tears on the screen, cry more. I like it.
It's fun to do bad things.
Take off the sweat, take off the dope,